So excited today because we are getting ready for Thanksgiving, and who has an entire day to prepare for the feast? No one. We don't have time. So we've challenged our guests today to prepare everything in 1 hour. That's right, you can do this 1 hour. We're gonna cook the turkey, set the table, prepare the side dishes, and add a little DIY touch to it all in just 1 hour. You think we can do it? We do it? We can do it! You know why we can do it? Because we have the three chefs here! Feltis, Jason Parsons, Devan Rajkumar. We can do it! Right? We're gonna do it. Okay, so if you are going to actually get dinner on the table in 1 hour, which I know I'm very confident, but you need a plan.
Yes.
You have to have a plan. So you've sort of written down, this is the game plan,
Yeah,
you're the quarterback, you've got all the plays here.
The big thing is to really kind of set it in motion. Like, big board like this is great, but write down everything you got to do.
Yes.
You know, for example, like right away, if you're going to do it in an hour, you better have defrosted the turkey already.
100%.
Okay?
Yes.
But other than that, you know, we're going to have to, we're obviously going to be doing deep fried turkey.
Yes.
You know, so got to get the deep fryer ready.
It's the only way you can do it in under an hour.
Oh, that's it, right? You know, I mean, it's just, there's no way. But with this deep fried turkey, getting all your sides ready, you know, getting all your dessert prepared, because this is the whole thing in 1 hour.
The whole thing, like we're even talking desserts. Okay.
And so the thing is, for me right now, I know I got to get the wild rice on right now.
Yes.
You got to start the stuffing.
Okay.
And you got to deep fry bird. Right?
We're going to put you in charge of the bird today.
Yes.
So you are on turkey duty, as often you are on this show. So we want to talk about everything you need to do to the turkey to get it prepped for the deep fryer. And I know for a fact a lot of our viewers are interested in what you have to do to deep fry, because there are wrong ways to do it and right ways to do it.
Totally. And deep frying is becoming more and more popular because, number one, it is delicious.
Yes, it is.
Everyone's surprised. You go over and somebody deep fries a bird, you're like, really? But then when you cut into it and it's shaggin'ly crisp, but it's moist in the middle, you're like, how did they do that? Well, we did it in under an hour is how we're going to do it.
Okay.
So lesson number one, defrost, make sure there's no ice particles in, and then hang it upside down for a while, make sure all the moisture comes out.
Okay.
You want this thing super, super, super dry.
Why is that so important?
Moisture and fat don't really like each other when fat's really hot. So there's all kinds of videos out there of frozen turkeys going into deep fryers and explosions. So unless you want to pick up the local fireman, I would stay away from that. So don't do that. And then you want to just do some basic prep.
Okay.
You know, sometimes we want to make friends with firemen. I don't know. There's also some rules. So they have these important messages out here, and it's kind of like, do not fill past this line.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see where the line is.
The line is
you can
basically
show us from
here,
the outside.
which looks a little
here.
strange because it's not even halfway, and you're like, well, the bird's going to be higher than that. But when you put the bird in, the oil's going to come up.
That's right.
And there's a reason for it, because you don't want the overflow, and if the overflow comes down, it hits the flame, and then once again, we're dealing with that. We also want to make sure we have safety goggles.
Yes.
Right? Safety goggles are important.
Oh, yours are very stylish.
It's also important to look cool.
Look at that.
You can look cool. Your bird can be cool as well.
Yes.
Maybe some heavy gloves.
Yeah,
you're going to be dipping the bird into the oil.
Okay, here, the other thing, and it's not that I don't have confidence in any of you guys that are deep frying your turkeys, but have a fire extinguisher.
Definitely, I've got one up there.
Handy, know how to work it.
Yes, good idea.
Right?
Yep.
So hopefully you've tried it out once or twice so you can use it if you need to.
And as well, the most important tool is the thermometer.
Yeah.
Because you just can't be like, oh, I'll just drop an ice cube in to see if it boils. No, that's not a good idea.
800 degrees?
800 degrees. 350 is the number you want to hit, and you want to keep it there. And just have a thermometer there, and it stays on the side, and you can adjust it accordingly.
Okay, so here's a good idea. Why don't we deep fry it inside? Would you ever?
I don't think that's a good idea.
That's not a good idea.
You want to go outside because the vapors and everything else. And I mean, this is rated for outdoor use.
So that's a big don't.
That's a
Never
huge don't.
try and deep fry it inside. You're not using a frozen turkey. You make sure the oil is the right sort of height. And the other thing is, I know some of us show off and want to get the biggest turkey on the market. If your turkey doesn't fit into that vessel, it's a problem.
It's a definite problem.
Too big.
It'll tell you. Now, you can do a bigger bird, but just buy a bigger pot. Go to your restaurant supply store, but then you'll need some more oil as well. But just, try to stick to this is like a 15-pound bird. 3 minutes per pound. I'm going to have this sucker cooked in 45 minutes.
45 minutes?
Yeah.
Do we think we can do it? Can we do it?
I think so.
Okay, so take your shades, your safety shades with you, and we are going to put Randy to the test now. Randy, you can take that turkey. We've got a deep fryer outside. We're going to check in with you in a bit. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you very much.
He's got this. He totally has it.
Yeah.
Okay, so while he's doing that, since this is all happening in real time, we got to make the stuffing. For me, like, I love the stuffing.
Yeah,
Sometimes
totally.
I love the stuffing more than the bird. I'm going to admit it right now.
My favorite part of Thanksgiving is the stuffing.
Love the stuffing.
And this recipe is really fun. It's got lots of lemon zest. It has Turkish apricots in it.
Yeah.
But the apples, local apples, are really, really good right now. So we're
Nice.
using 2 different types. I have Honeycrisp and I have Granny Smith. So
Okay.
right now what I have, can I run with this right now, Jim?
Yeah, let's do it.
Go, run with it.
So what I have right now sauteing in the pan is 2 types of onions. Remember we just did the onion segment? So I love
Yes.
using different types of onions now. We have Spanish and we have white onions.
And why
Nice.
those two?
I like the Spanish for the sweetness.
Yep.
White are often used for raw applications, but I think they work really, really well when you saute them. There's still a good amount of sugar in them.
Okay.
And it's also going to give us a nice color. I didn't want to use red, but we also have fennel too.
I love that you put fennel in here.
So I love fennel.
That's going to really change it, though, right? Give it that nice kind of aromatic flavor to it.
That gives you points for Jason
And I have
for
the
sure.
frond. I have the tips. I have the fronds in there as well. So we're going to mix that up. I have a really nice chicken stock over here, and then I
Okay.
have 2 different types of baguettes. One has sesame seeds, and one is just plain regular. So what we're going to do is saute this off. I have
Nice.
some apples over here that I'm breaking down. This is exciting that we're doing this in 1 hour.
I know, totally.
So it's like I already
What-
get to start
I've
cooking.
already got my rice
This
going.
is real time. So
Yep.
for us, this is how we cook.
Yeah.
This is how you cook,
So
and it's
let's go.
always about the timing, and that's
That's
why I
it.
like that we're doing it in real time, because people need to see when do I need to start
Yeah.
X, Y, Z, so that I'm ready for the end. Like, when do you start desserts? When do you? But we'll be showing you all of that as the show progresses.
Everything we're going through today, and this recipe is really, really exciting. We're going to perfume this with a lot of lemon zest. I also
Okay.
have a bunch of herbs here too. So here, what I have prepped. What's in there?
Sage,
And
rosemary,
and
thyme.
did you luck? You lucked.
No, I didn't.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's what goes in. It's fall
Yeah.
flavors.
So
right?
I want to get these in. I just want the heat to kiss them a little bit. So it's
Okay.
just thyme,
a kiss?
rosemary, just a kiss.
Just a kiss, right?
Just
I'm
a
a kisser,
kiss.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thyme, rosemary, and sage. That goes all in here. We mix this up. We have some eggs over here that we're going to crack into our bowl.
Yeah.
So, Deb,
what
would you
they-
ever, let's say we weren't deep frying the turkey, would you ever do the thing where you cook the stuffing inside the turkey? We never do
No.
that. We always cook
No,
it
that's-
separately.
oh, yeah,
You
that's-
do
Yeah,
that.
I gotta do it.
That's not for me.
I know.
Okay.
I'm old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
But you know
cook
what?
it
I do.
separately as
I do
well.
half in, half out.
Okay.
Right, and then that way when it comes out, I mix it together, so you get the flavor of the bird, but you also get some of the dry, crispy.
Got it.
You know?
Yeah, I do like a little bit of crunch in the
Yeah.
stuffing. Okay, so you got the eggs going on.
So the eggs, the stock,
Yeah.
this hot mixture is going to go into here. If you wanted to, you could add some cold stock to this too, just so you don't end up cooking your eggs. That's a tip for you at home.
Yeah.
Or you could have scrambled stuffing. You do live your life.
What do you want?
Okay.
It's the omelet stuffing, right?
So here we have our bowl. I'm going to start adding more apples into this.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're going to get this hot mixture into here as well. And we're going to add in all of our sliced bread, which is over here.
Nice.
Oh, I forgot something.
What's that?
But we're at a super high heat right now, so I'm going to add in some chopped garlic.
Nice.
Oh,
There's like
nice.
8 or 10 cloves in here. How much should I add?
I don't know. This looks good to me.
Remember, it's
Looks
a
good
big
to
batch,
me.
right? Like it's a big batch. It's
Even
gonna
if
go a
it's
long
just
way.
for me, I'm putting 7 or 8 cloves.
100%.
That's
We're
awesome.
going to mix that up. That's already just sitting in oil, so this is going to go for another minute. We're going to fold this in. I'm going to get the rest of the
But
apples.
I like how the bread too. You've diced that in advance. It's better when it's a little bit stale, right?
That's exactly correct. That's
know?
exactly correct. So you want it a little bit dry. Why? Because it's going to soak up more of that moisture.
And do you care how big the pieces of bread are? Like, do you want them sort of big
It comes
and
down
chunky?
to what you want. It
Yeah.
comes down to how much water, or sorry, how much stock you're adding to it as well.
Yeah.
I like it chunkier. I like it rustic, and I like
Yeah.
it wet.
Okay.
If you want that
All
smoother
right.
stuffing, cut it a little bit smaller. But if you like that kind of rustic, then you cut it a little bit
Yeah.
bigger.
Okay.
So-
you got about a minute, Chef. How you doing?
Yeah, this is smelling pretty.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, we should do this more often.
Well, it's multitasking, right? That's the thing when you're cooking a big meal. You do everything at once. You can't, or everything, right? You can't
Yes.
just do the rice, then do the stuffing. I mean, it's
This
so
is
much
why
better.
I would rather just watch you three do it.
Ah,
It's a
So I'm
lot to
adding my
think
bread
about.
in. I'm adding in these Turkish apricots. If you can't find Turkish apricots, go to Turkey.
give me a couple of those. Give me a couple of those.
Yeah.
Like, look at these.
Oh,
These
that's
are all gonna
nice.
go in. So
They're
awesome.
so soft. They're so delicious.
If you
We're gonna
didn't
add
want to
them
do Turkish apricots, Dev, what might you suggest?
all. Your regular apricot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So any dried fruit, but
Yeah.
particularly
Dried
apricots.
cherries in there would be good.
And dried fruit, yeah, you can have a lot of fun. This will really bump it up. And then we're going to add in a lot of lemon zest.
All right.
Yeah, I like
And this
that.
will really perfume it. I'll do this again once it comes out as well. So this is going to go
Okay.
into a baking pan I have below, and this is going to go into the oven at 375 for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Okay, well, we are going to be doing all of this as the show progresses, but I feel like it's time for Randy to lower that turkey into the deep fryer. We have to give him enough time for this turkey to get fully cooked in there. So, Randy, Randy's ready. Let's give him a countdown, everyone. 5, 4, 3, 2,